Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. At the age of 100 years, former President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, passes away. Also, tonight, courts are back in session and bail is set for 2 accused prisoners. And as the new year approaches, we continue our look back at a busy 2024. And in sports, a look back at a life celebrated. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
This holiday, would you rather buy this TV or get one for free? For a limited time only, bring home a free 43-inch Samsung Smart TV when you sign up on Link with DTV Plus today. Just imagine your favorite movies, shows, and more, all in stunning quality on your brand new screen. Visit DocomoPacific.com or see us in store to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Across the nation, more and more people are driving under the influence of drugs. The CNMI Department of Public Safety would like to remind you to drive safe this holiday season. Do not drive while under the influence of marijuana, opioids, methamphetamines, or other potentially impairing drugs, including prescription and over-the-counter medication. These drugs can impair your driving and can put you and others in harm's way. Be responsible this holiday season. It's not just your life at risk, but the lives of the people around you. Don't let one poor choice ruin the holidays for you or your loved ones. Drive safe this holiday season.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
Remember, if you feel different, you drive different.
I love Marianas coffee from Join Me for a Cup. I think you would be really happy.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. You are watching the Channel 2 News on December 30th from our studio high up on Capitol Hill. Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, died yesterday at his home in Plains, Georgia. He was 100 years old. Mr. Carter, a Georgia peanut farmer and born-again Christian, will be remembered as a man of peace. He is known for bringing together Israel and Egypt in the Camp David Accords and for signing the Strategic Arms Limitation Agreement with the Soviet Union. But during his presidential tenure from 1977 through 1980, he was also burdened with the Iran hostage crisis and a slumping economy, making him a one-term president. In 1984, Jimmy and his wife Rosalind became known for their lifelong hands-on involvement with Habitat for Humanity, helping to build houses for the poor in 50 U.S. states and 70 different countries around the world. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. In Saipan news between Christmas and New Year's so far, luckily there's not that much to report. However, Superior Court is in session today with bail hearings for 2 men, each remanded into custody. Kane Fittiel, 20 years old, was arrested on the 27th of December, charged with stealing a gas stove burner and a 40-pound propane tank on Christmas Eve from a residence in San Antonio. He was caught after attempting to sell the stolen items. Bail has been set for $25,000, preliminary hearing on January 26th. Ricky Jones, 39 years old, was arrested for assault and battery and domestic abuse after an incident in Capitol Hill. The victim, claiming assault, showed police a burn mark on her thigh and markings on her neck and mouth. The victim claims that there have been 5 other incidents where Mr. Jones violently choked her. Mr. Jones was taken into custody on December 27th. His bail has been set for $10,000 with preliminary hearing on January 6th. Our look back on the year that was continues on KSPN2 this holiday season. Now, this fall, the KSPN News team took a trip to Hokkaido. We did a series of stories there because, well, that's what we do, but the main purpose was to spend time together. Yes, we do. We work together every day, but news covering days are busy, and we don't always eat together, laugh together, and, do dishes together. Here's a little trip report.
Hokkaido is the northernmost island of Japan. It's famous for world-class snow, also known as konayuki. Every year, skiers and snowboarders wait in excitement for winter to be whisked up and away on ski lifts and gondolas and shred down the White Mountain just to do it over and over and over again. In the off-season, the snow melts and these mountains and valleys become golf courses and attractions for warmer weather. On this trip, we explored Unkai Terrace and its sea of clouds with the various fun photo-op areas. The rolling clouds are so mesmerizing, it's enough to make you want to sing like you're the king of the world.
I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
On a rainy day, we went to the Otaru Aquarium where we were greeted by turtles, penguins, fishes, sharks, and this big walrus that had a nice conversation with Dan.
I know. God, I know. I agree.
The seals put on an impressive show and were eager for some treats. The team had the fair share of yummy food too. Hamazushi had a variety of dishes from all sorts of fresh sushi to takoyaki to miso soup, all ordered through a tablet and delivered straight to the table on a conveyor belt. Traditional curry with a modern presentation at Curry Kobo not only satisfied the taste buds, but the eyes as well. The key to ramen besides the noodles is the broth. Order rub, butter ramen, pork tonkotsu, and egg tantan men for the crew. We can't forget about dessert. Hokkaido is known for their milk, so we couldn't leave without trying their Hokkaido milk ice cream.
Oishi.
We also enjoyed some ice cream at the Tomita Farm, a field of flowers planted in rows and rows of color. Driving on the coast, we made a pit stop along the seascape and saw a kayak tour as they paddled out to enjoy the natural concaves of the land. Dan and Jason couldn't see them from the shoreline they were standing on, and they didn't see this drone approach as well. Walking to get around is common for the people of Japan. We get our steps in downtown Otaru, checking out the various shops, and even stumble upon this cute alley with upside-down umbrellas. Niseko is a highly popular ski resort foreigners frequent every year. Of course, when we went, the snow from last season's all melted and awaiting this year's first snowfall. At the foot of Niseko sits Mount Yotei. Some say it's the Mount Fuji of Hokkaido. No white caps yet, but the clouds enveloping the top shows off its heights. Speaking of heights, we visited Tenguyama. As the sun sets and the sky changes color, you can see all of Otaru as well as some wind turbines off in the distance. We end this trip with a heartfelt appreciation of where we're from. Although Hokkaido is wonderful, all the long drives and walks have been an exhausting adventure. Until next time, mata ne! Sakurako Halstead for the Channel 2 News.
And as if one trip to Japan wasn't enough, our Chris Nelson has ventured back to the land of the rising sun to share his take on Christmas in Tokyo.
Tokyo has crisp and cool weather for Christmas this year. In Shibuya, the crossing always brings lots of tourists just outside Shibuya train station. It's a great crosswalk. You can walk straight or sideways or crossways, basically any which ways. Everyone goes at once, and when it's busy, there can be up to 10,000 people. It's about 46 degrees during the day, and shoppers are out looking for Christmas bargains. A lot of window shopping in Harajuku. Dessert, a big part of this street, and strawberries are on the top of everyone's list. This area always has some interesting looks and personalities and characters. Animals, always a big hit this time of year. In these pig cafes, you pay a little bit for a half hour of swine time. Some people want to have a white Christmas. Others want to spend time with white canines. In Tokyo, it looks like yellow is the dominant color this season. These leaves form a nice carpet. Furniture giant IKEA has an interesting take on Santa Claus in their flagship store. Hello Kitty electric guitar could be on top of someone's Christmas list, not mine. One of the popular tours for tourists is go-kart riding. You can actually drive around downtown Tokyo in these little go-karts. You do need an international driving license and a little bit of flair, and it looks like you do have to wear the uniform. I'll pass on this experience, at least for now. Merry Christmas from Tokyo. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Coming up, a look back at fiber optics snaking along the bottom of the Pacific, and before the Sheraton arrives, a look back at the Hyatt that was. You will enjoy this. Next. We can't wait to welcome you back. Beginning October 16th, the doors of Miyako will reopen. Alongside the tranquil ocean and vibrant gardens inside the former Hyatt, Miyako will offer 2 weekday seatings for a special Japanese lunch buffet. Make your reservations Monday through Friday by calling 670-488-1000 and indulge in authentic dishes, including fresh, never frozen salmon and tuna. Make new memories at an old favorite. Make it special. Make it Miyako.
Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Welcome back, CNMI. As 2025 approaches, we continue to look back now on some of the stories that helped shape 2024. A search engine giant is now part of a new billion-dollar project that will connect the Pacific Oceans by way of the ocean floor.
Google, who is the leader of global technology, announces a billion-dollar investment that will enhance digital connectivity here in the Pacific region. It's called the Pacific Connect, which is a development of 2 new subsea cables. These cables will establish new fiber optic internet routes between the CNMI, Japan, Guam, Hawaii, and the continental United States. Over the weekend, Governor Arnold Palacios joined Guam Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio aboard a vessel that is involved in the laying of subsea fiber cables. Out of the 2 cables, one has been named Proa in honor of the traditional sailing vessel, symbolic of the local culture and heritage. According to Governor Palacios, the naming of the cable Proa reflects not only a deep respect for CNMI's rich maritime history, but it also symbolizes the swift, efficient, and forward-moving direction in which the region is headed. Palacios and Tenorio were joined by Yan Tang, who is the Google Network Infrastructure Regional Network Lead. Also with them was Special Assistant for Broadband Policy Glenn Hunter and other island leaders on board Subcom CS dependable vessel. The governor says that Google's fiber optic cables will help attract new investments and industries. He says CNMI businesses and households will be able to access even more reliable and high-speed internet. This improved connectivity can attract new industries and investments, creating local jobs and helping to jumpstart the overall economy.
Now, we all know that this story is not yet finished, but on June 30th, 2024, the Hyatt Regency Saipan shut its doors. We take a look back now at the iconic hotel which meant so many things to so many people.
This is what the outside of Hyatt Regency Saipan looks like today. The beach is quiet. A fence is up around the back of the property to keep people out as the hotel goes dark. Inside the fence, so many memories, and it makes us think back to when the hotel first opened and what it has meant over the years. Here's a piece we ran in 2015 as the hotel turned 35. We live in a great place, and Hyatt makes it even better. 35 years ago, Ronald Reagan was elected president, Pac-Man was the big arcade game, CNN held its very first broadcast, and the Hyatt Regency was born on Saipan. Through the years, that Hyatt has always been a hub of activity, a place of moments, not just a place to stay, but a place to gather, a place to play, a place for smiles, good service, and creativity. You see, the Hyatt has always been more than a hotel, and more than a good employer, and more than a good corporate citizen. It's more like an old friend, or a best friend, or a place to make new friends.
Coming back here, it's like coming back home.
Home of the moose, and the Mike, and the Nick, and the chef. So whether you're here to dine, to swing, or to brunch, if it's at Hyatt, it's an event, like the Club 200.
We were very surprised that we kind of had a break in the weather earlier, and a lot of people came out. We're real happy with it.
Local art displays.
I love Saipan. I've been here for 10 years now, and the colors and the sunsets, the flame trees, the flowers, the people.
Weddings.
Thank you very much. I had a great time today, and I'm so proud to be here, and I'm so happy that I get to have my wedding in Saipan.
Sandcastles.
Bringing hope, giving possibilities, and so that's we kind of looked at Light in the Eve, and this it's what we do every year. We raise funds for other nonprofit organizations.
Sunsets. Sumos.
Getting over a major disaster in a community is not just about having money and resources at hand. It's also a sort of a mental, emotional, spiritual sense as well. So what they really wanted to do is provide an experience, provide an out for a lot of the families, the young children in particular, who were affected by the typhoon.
Beach volleyball. 747, it's not just a plane, it's a suite. Presidential, in fact, and George Bush Sr. stayed here once as Secretary of State.
The presidential suite here at the Hyatt is certainly everybody's dream of luxury.
Another big fish have definitely called the Hyatt home.
It's just mostly sashimi. Yeah. What's the best way you like marlin? Sashimi. Absolutely.
Every good story needs some drama, and that came in bucket loads when the Irish national soccer team checked into the Hyatt. Their best player wasn't satisfied with the coach or local field conditions.
I knew that the field wasn't going to be ready. Yeah.
Roy Keane made his displeasure known, and the coach responded at a press conference inside the old Chinese restaurant.
I have sent him home.
It was an international incident, and the Swiss general manager jumped in to help Roy Keane disappear.
So we're getting off on the second floor here, remembering that down on the first floor all the press was waiting for Roy to come down. This is where we smuggled him over across without the press knowing. So that's where I was waiting with the car. Roy jumped in and drove off to the airport.
You see, the Hyatt has always had a little magic to it. And the spa is magical as well. And the Hyatt gives back, including 20 years of golf for a good cause.
After the golf game at night at our garden, we have a dinner banquet. Yes, please come.
And most especially, the Hyatt has helped make local wishes come true.
She just said, I want a Cinderella party, and I want party hats, and I want to wear a dress and a crown, and I want cake and pizza and vegetables. And her mom told her, you can't eat any of that. But she said, but I want it.
This weekend, the venerable property closed its doors. The Hyatt sign came down as staff said heartfelt goodbyes. What comes next, we don't know, but the memories will last. And we do know that Saipan won't ever quite be the same. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Coming up in sports, Bob Caldine talks with Mel Sasaoka about the gift of sport and the blessing of life.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
This holiday season, get your goods here with care and attention using Micronesian Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. So you do the shopping and we'll do the shipping. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals quickly and cost effectively. Operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it.
A new international brand is coming soon, but why wait? Escape to paradise today at Marianas Beach Resort on Saipan. For just $99 for 2, enjoy an ocean view room with stunning views of the crystal clear waters. Relax by the swimming pools, dip your toes in the sand, and unwind with exclusive offers on breakfast and happy hour. Whether you're here for romance or relaxation, Marianas Beach Resort is the perfect getaway. Special rates are for NMI and Guam residents. Some restrictions apply, but not many. Call 670-234-1234 and book your escape today.
dream since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone, I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans. One of the all-time great baseball players sat down this summer under a mango tree in Asmatuis and shared a very personal story with our Bob Coldine.
You can learn a lot under a mango tree in Saipan. It gives the comfort of shade on a hot day, shelter on a rainy one, and bears fruit that you can share with others. There's a special mango tree in Asmatuis and a very special guy that lives just behind it.
It looks solid, strong outside, healthy, but dying inside.
Mel Sasaoka is a ball player, one of the NMI's best, a member of the CNMI Hall of Fame. He lives close to where he grew up in the northern part of Saipan. He's also battling stage 4 cancer in a still early stage of his life.
Uncle Sam said, here's your retirement. And then on your way out, guess what? Surprise, here's your gift. You have cancer.
Inside his house, a Harley Davidson that he would much rather be out riding than his current vehicle of necessity. This week, our sports doctor, Bob Coldine, sat down with Mel to talk about sports, life, family, and cancer.
Tell me what it was like growing up where you grew up.
San Roque was the best. Still is the best. Learned a lot about life, surviving, pretty much. Life and survival as a man.
Growing up in San Roque would be different than growing up in Los Angeles or San Vicente or Guam or Chuuk or Hawaii or anything. What separated San Roque from every place else?
Family was very tight. It was all first cousins and second cousins and aunts and uncles living right next to each other. San Roque, I think, was a big old plot of Camachos, and it just it branched out.
After high school, Mel was looking for an identity, and he found it in the armed forces.
You left Saipan to join the military.
Yes.
What were you trying to find, and did you find it there?
Wow. I did a lot of soul searching. I didn't know what to do out of high school. My parents wanted me to go to college, and I was like, that's your dream. And I was looking for myself, Bob, and at the same time I wanted to serve our country. So
You came back to Saipan. What were you hoping to find, and did you find it?
Came back to Saipan hoping to find a great job, maybe, and just start a new life as a new man, not as a soldier and a kid straight out of high school.
Sports was a big part of the homecoming. Mel jumped into baseball. In many ways, sports can define you here in the islands. How you are as a competitor, a teammate, your sportsmanship, your championships. Baseball is a team game, but individuals can win or lose games. Mel was a great guy to have as a teammate. Baseball came to the Mariana Islands with the Japanese in the 1920s when these islands were part of Japan. In June of 1944, 80 years ago now, the Americans landed on the west coast of Saipan and drove the Japanese to the north. Over 30,000 died. The island became U.S. territory, and life changed forever for the islanders. But baseball endured. America's pastime is safe and sound and remembered on Saipan.
You know, I went to Larry Tenorio's funeral a few weeks ago, and that was so sad. And, you know, I saw his grandkids were up there, and they all wore different uniforms. And that shows you what the sport meant to him personally, which his family knew and understood. And that's why they wear all those shirts, which also tells you about his family and the village that he came from. Any comments on that?
I'm sorry, Bob, you touched me. I didn't know you were going to bring that up, but Larry's very close to me. He was my brother, my big brother. He took care of me when I was a little kid, and the biggest thing he did for me, I thought, was he gave up number 9. Yes, because I wouldn't play for D9ers, because I told him, that's you're number 9, D9ers. And he gave it up. He said, if you come back, because I was with Molik, he said, if you come back, I'm going to retire and give you the shirt off my back. And I'm getting chills, but yeah, Larry he's a big influence in my life. I'm sorry, bye-bye.
10 years ago, Sakisat quit smoking and started to watch his weight. Always a hard worker, his shoulder was giving him some pain.
I was on my way to repair everything because I stopped, playing and all that and work. So I said, okay. My wife kind of got a medical scare because of her family side were getting breast cancer and all of them. So they found a mass, and I said, let's go. We did a physical and everything in Philippines, and then she was all clear. I said, let me take care of myself now so I can take care of you. X-ray, so yeah, you need a total replacement, but they saw a mass in your chest.
Sakisat has stage 4 cancer. Each day he's up early, getting some Saipan sunshine as he gets some yard work done before it gets too hot.
When you get a kind of a diagnosis like that, you have to have had profound thoughts. Do you mind sharing with us some of those thoughts?
Not at all. This is it's a battle. It's been a battle for a whole lot of us. But one thing I tried to, and I still am, is that, like I said, I grew up, I was raised and been a survivor pretty much all my life. And when cancer came across, and then to find out there's no cure, I said, I started asking the doctors, is there a way that I can just live with cancer, And the doctor kind of sat back and he goes, wow, nobody's ever asked me that. They either want to be cured or just get it over with. And I told him, yeah, I'm willing to try anything now, so whether it be spiritual or anything. I'm open to anything, but cancer is a beast, and we all have been fighting it. It's either going to kill you or you kill it, but I'm trying to live with it.
There are more innings and more games to play. Mel is mentally tough, perhaps influenced in part by the game he loves, where the best hitters fail 7 out of 10 times.
I just want to live, Bob, day by day, and I appreciate love and life, and it's all good, Bob. It's all good.
It's all good, brother.
Thank you.
This week, Mel heads to Hawaii. It's a road trip, and there will be more doctors, more treatments. His goal to get back home with his family, get back under this mango tree, and proudly and appreciatively wear number 9. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas driving range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass, and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of isolated showers with low temperatures at around 77 degrees. Tomorrow, New Year's Eve, mostly sunny with highs around 87 and lows around 77 degrees. The sun has set at 5:57 p.m. tonight and will rise tomorrow at 6:43 a.m. On New Year's Eve, clear skies bode well for fireworks by the lagoon. Take care to hold your dog's ears during the beautiful explosions, and please drive slowly and safely on your return home. And I will see you in the water looking up. Well, that is the news, sports, and weather. I will see you in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody.